Cancel.
Schweezy.
Am I wrong for not wanting to date single mothers? I'm trying to get back into the dating scene after many years being out of it. I've always had bad luck with women, and it seems to be continuing. Anyways, most of the women I see on dating apps around my age seem to have children. I don't really want to date single mothers because I don't want a child. I don't know to see me. I don't want a child I don't know to see me as their dad soon after dating. If I do date a single mother, get attached to the child, and end up breaking up with the mother for some reason, it's going to hurt worse. My family would be against it and instantly hate the added stress of raising a child without a proper income, especially someone else's. I'm a university student. However, it seems most women who are single also have kids anyways. In this day and age, I've always had a fantasy of having a family and raising my own children, but I'm starting to doubt it's going to happen at this point. But that's okay, but I'm not exactly fond of the idea of raising someone else's. I might make an exception if I have known the person years before dating, but that's it. Am I wrong for this? It's not a standard, but it's a preference. It also feels in literally cutting my dating pool by more than half. I've tried looking for dates in real life as well, but been unlucky. So, yeah, this is a very interesting, guys, as a single guy myself, let me guide you. First of all, since you're 26 and you're still in university, all right. So, yeah, here are my thoughts on single mothers and shit like that. On one hand, I don't want to be a father right now. So for me, I don't want to be a father right now. But I don't know if I'm, but I'm also, dating in the 30s, So unless I date like a chick at least 5 years younger than me, it's not going to be. There's a possibility she's going to have a kid. So. And I think it's hard. It's hard for me. I always tell people you probably have too high of standards. You probably need to lower them a little bit. And, I think like a perfect standard would be, yeah, she has a kid. It's not a big deal, but I don't want to be the kid's dad. I think that's fair to say. Like, I don't want to be that kid's dad. I just, if I end up being their stepdad, that's one thing. But that is something that's different because there's two types of women you can date in regards to single mothers or whatever. They either or maybe divorce or not together with the child's father, but the child's father is very active in the child's life, which, that would have to be the situation I'd have to be in before even doing that. And then there's the other situation where the dad didn't want the kid, and we don't know where the dad is. The kid's dad is gone and stuff like that. Like I don't want to, but then you date someone like, be my kid's dad. And you're like, no, I don't want to be a dad. If I wanted to be a dad, I'd have a kid by now, But, so yeah, I think that's the idea of, I think it's really fine to say that like, hey, I'm not opposed to dating a woman with a child. However, I do not want to be that kid's father, I don't mind if the kid, if you end up having to live with the mother and the kids in the house, and shit like that. And it's clearly there's baggage there where like, oh, we got to make sure the kid's fine. And, you're probably occasionally going to have to give them a ride somewhere. It's just, how it is. It's how life is. You have to give people rides places sometimes. But yeah, no, I think it's fine to assume that like, hey, I don't want to be a kid's father. So if you're going to date a single mom, like, the father's going to be in the picture, and that's something you have to deal with, but I think it's a better situation than like having to be a father to a kid you don't really want to be a father to. It's a different situation. I have a cousin he's technically not blood related to me because I guess his mom had him and then married my cousin. It's a long story short, but he adopted the cousin my age and stuff like that. That's a long story, but yeah, so it's definitely something to see that. And sometimes, you might like the kid, that's something too. But there's also a theory though too, especially like, getting into 30s and 40s, in late 20s, that like when a woman, they have a kid and it just kind of seems like their fun days are over. And now like, she's looking for something serious now that she's all used up and broken. Now is the time she wants you to be like the serious partner for her. So I don't know. You kind of have to understand the vibe of the single mother. But at the end of the day, what I would tell you is that don't immediately dismiss a woman just because she has a kid. But, you know, if you're going to be in a serious relationship with her, like, the kid's going to be there. You just have to, understand what you want. Like, saying, like, I don't want to be this kid's father, or, like, be his father figure, I want to be nice and shit to him, but, like, I don't want to be the father. I think that's perfectly reasonable for someone to say, like, hey, it's okay you have a kid or anything, but I'm not trying to be a father. I'm just, and it's different, and it might not work out, and sometimes things don't work out, and guess what? That's okay, and you don't have to deal with a fucking child again. So, good for you.
This is the type of guy you get.
Thank you for watching this clip. Watch it again or watch something